All I know is pain. All I know is pain. Welcome to the Shy Kid Podcast. I am Mike Hughes. You are listening to iHeartRadio's very own Give Us a Shot Network. Make sure you give us a like, give us a follow if you haven't already. Because boy, do I need it right now. I need everything, a little bit of everything. Welcome to the show. A little late therapy session. It's about 2 a.m. Post daylight savings time. So just when I thought my life couldn't get any darker, here we go. Chicago Bears lose one of the easiest games on the schedule all year, 29-9 against the Arizona Cardinals. Listen, man. I mean, there's a lot of ways you can start this episode. There's a lot of conversations we're going to have that need to be had. Point blank, period. You know, there's no other way around some of the things we're going to discuss about the organization, about the leadership, about the ownership, and more so just the morality of this team. You know, we talk about a pulse. Having a pulse is very important, not only for a football team, but for an organization in any sport. You have to have a pulse. You have to have a sense of life. And this team has flatlined. Point blank, period. There's no way around it. Time and time again, they tell us everything's fine, and it's not fine. You ever seen that meme? Yeah, you say everything's going to be fine, but it's not fine. It's not fucking fine. We are not fine. Period. I mean, it's bad. It's bad. And let me tell you something, man, because I got my guy Shane. Shane's doing amazing things on the ground, boots on ground every fucking Sunday. We have the best fans in the world. We have the best fans in all of sports. Chicago Bears fans are the best fans I have ever seen in anything. And this is what they get. This is how we're treated. These are the conversations that I'm having 9 weeks into the year of what was the greatest offseason, so to speak, of all time. This is what we get. Like, it started before it even started. You know what I mean? Because here's what I hear. I hear, before we get into the game, Tyreek Stevenson leaves practice early after finding out he is being demoted after what occurred last Sunday against the Washington Commanders. One, I want to start with Tyreek. Bad look. Couldn't get any worse. You made it worse. I don't know how you did it, but you did. You got to take that to the chin. Reap what you sow. It is what it is. You got to own it. I don't care if he only left for the last couple of minutes to conduct himself. You're a grown-ass man. You should have been conducted already. You knew you fucked up. You knew some kind of disciplinary action had to take place because you're out here fucking bullshitting. I wasn't arguing with Commanders fans. I was cheering with Bears fans. I don't give a fuck what you were doing. I don't care if you were talking to the fucking Pope. I don't care if your mom was on the sideline and she was waving high. You fucked up. That's what it is. Point blank, period. There's no other way around that. With that being said, Matt Eberflus, Kyler Gordon is out of this game. Montez Sweat is out of this game. What are we even talking about? Disciplinary actions for some shit that happened a week ago. Like, I get it. He fucked up. We are in no position to pick and choose who we're starting next to Jalen Johnson. It's just, it's a bad time for this. We don't have time for this. We're about to have the toughest schedule out of any team in the league from here on out. We need this win. And you're dicking around with some shit that happened last week. Flus got to go. Flus has got to go, and there's no other way around it. All I ever hear him talk about is accountability. We didn't start Tyreek Stevenson in this game because of what happened last week. He's got to be held accountable. Nobody held you accountable. I didn't see you get demoted to defensive coordinator only for what you did last week or all of the fourth quarter blown leads you had last year. I've never seen you be held accountable. Hell, the Las Vegas Raiders just fired Luke Getsy 5 minutes ago. You never held him accountable. You never hold this offensive line accountable. No one's holding Nate Davis accountable. So what are we talking about? Holding motherfuckers accountable. Now we're holding people accountable. Who's holding you accountable? In the last 2 minutes of this game, Caleb Williams is still in the ballgame. With 2 minutes left, down 20 points, Caleb Williams, your number one overall pick, the face of the franchise for what is to hope to be the next 5 to 10 plus years, is still in the game. Oh man, he's hobbling after that play. Keep him in. Now he has an ankle injury. And God forbid he tears his ACL in that play, and you have to go to that podium and explain to why Caleb Williams, the number one overall pick, is in the game in a 20-point lead blowout with 2 minutes left in the fucking game. And you can't even get a first down. What are we talking about, man? We're talking about holding guys accountable. If we're holding guys accountable, Matt Eberflus should be fired tomorrow morning. Like that, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I don't give a fuck. That's what it is. Luke Getsy was fired today by the Las Vegas Raiders. The Las Vegas Raiders fired Luke Getsy mid-season without Devontae Adams, without a starting quarterback. They said, fuck it. We'd rather he just not be here. And the Bears ran with him all fucking year last year. All fucking year. Every day I gotta see this guy's fucking face. Like, what are we fucking talking about? Like, let this sink in. I hate these kind of stats, but it does speak volumes. The last time the Chicago Bears won an away game on a Sunday was December 26, 2021. Nick Foles was the fucking quarterback of this team. Matt Nagy was the head coach. Damiere Byrd got the game-winning touchdown. I don't even know where the fuck Damiere Byrd is today. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? This guy doesn't win on the road. This guy has over 161 points on his head on the road over the last 2 fucking years. I don't even think we put up 161 points collectively over the last 2 seasons, home or away. Like, yeah, I don't... What are we doing? What are we doing? Let's get into the game. Let's have a conversation. Caleb Williams, 22 for 41, 217 passing yards. Another week of no touchdowns, but another week of no interceptions. So, half glass full. DeAndre Swift, 16 carries, 51 yards. He came back down to earth after an amazing stretch of football. Not mad at him whatsoever. Roschon Johnson, 3 for 13. Caleb Williams, 4 for 5 in some of the most lackluster runs I've ever seen from a quarterback in my life. Rome Odunze had a showing out party. 5 receptions for 104 yards, leading the Chicago Bears in receptions, also in yards. And Keenan Allen had an all right day. Couple drops here and there. 4 for 36. DJ Moore. Thank God DJ Moore's alive. Got a target today. 4 for 33. DeAndre Swift, 6 for 31. Roschon Johnson, 2 for 3. Gerald Everett was seen for the first time since week 1 with 1 reception for 5 yards. Defensively, nothing. Torrey Taylor had a off. You know what, bro? Torrey Taylor had a bad day. That's when I knew it just wasn't happening. Today wasn't the day. Taylor Torrey has a bad day, and you just should just go the fuck home. You know what I mean? What I love the most is, so we're live on TikTok right now, right? And TikTok filters comments, and it lets me know if people are saying horrible things. And we're talking about the Bears, so of course, like, I can't see half of these comments because they're all probably, like F Matt Eberflus or Caleb Williams, stuff like that. So like, that's awesome, guys. Keep the comments going. I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm here for y'all. Y'all are here for me, and we're here for each other. This is a Bears therapy session, and that's our feelings, how we feel, how you guys feel fucking matters. Because this is a disgrace. You know what I mean? Like, last year we did a segment every Friday called Fire Flus Fridays, and I'm bringing it back. I'm bringing it back because I say it time and time again. All these jabronis, all these fucking guys in the media rooms, oh, yeah, Hard Knocks was great. Did you see Matt Eberflus' house on the lake house? Oh, man. I mean, it was beautiful. On the lakefront, pardon me. Yeah, his house on the lakefront is beautiful. Oh, my gosh. His wife is so funny. So funny. Oh, my goodness. You see his beard? One of the best looking coaches in the league. And he's still fucking dog shit. So nothing's changed. Like, Hard Knocks tried to sell you. Yeah, you think about it. Like, you think about it in your head and you're like, damn, I'm going to re-watch Hard Knocks a year from now and realize that Velus Jones Jr. had his own fucking episode. And Matt Eberflus had his own fucking episode. And they're not even going to fucking be here. The head coach isn't going to be here. The only guys we talked about was a fucking running back, wide receiver, tight end, kick returner that wasn't good at anything. This man had every job possible and wasn't good at any of them. Whatever. Don't know what to say. Don't know what to say. You're looking at me. I'm looking at you because I don't know what the fuck's going on. Everybody, hey, Shy Kid knows this. Shy Kid, what do we do? What are we supposed to do? I don't fucking know. I don't know. And I don't want to know. I don't want to know because I'm tired of trying to do other people's job. You know what I mean? Hey, before anybody says anything too, I understand I couldn't do this job. Dude, I went to Chicago public schools. I dropped out of college 3 fucking times. Like, I'm no mathematician. Point blank, period. So can I handle the financials and the everyday operations that Ryan Poles endures? No. But could I have sat down as Ryan Poles, looked at Luke Getsy and Matt Eberflus and said, these are a couple of fucking idiots? Yeah, I could have told you that from day one. And for whatever reason, the first guy didn't get let go in the first 4 weeks of the season, and the second guy is still here, is beyond me. Because if you care about this kid and Caleb Williams, they should have never even been able to look at him. You shouldn't even be able to tell me what he fucking smells like. You're too close. Get away. Period. You know what's crazy too? Here's the thing. Who said this? Mad Gamer. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you tuning in. I love when you engage with us in the comments. He said Jaden wouldn't be able to do that much with this line. That's a fact. That is a fact. But even if we had the best offensive line in football, this play calling is shit. This coaching is shit. DJ Moore with a worse offensive line, arguably, it's not that much different, but it's arguably worse last year. Less offensive weapons around to really just take the focus off of him. And Luke Getsy and Justin Fields ran every route in the route tree. This year, I have barely seen DJ Moore run a route that's more than 15 yards. I haven't seen it. He's not the greatest deep ball guy, but he's pretty fucking good. He beats his man a lot. He has great hands. Pause. Resume. I don't give a fuck. Got him running curls and 5 and ins. Like, 10 and out. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we fucking doing? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Because, like, logically, you think to yourself, and you're like, man, let's say you work at FedEx. Say you work as a firefighter, a lawyer. If you only do your job out of a 365 calendar year, maybe 1 month out of the year, 2 months out of the year, that's the only time you really do your job well. You think anybody's going to hang on to you? Now think of it as a 17-game season. If out of 17 games of the year, you're only doing your job, I'd say, very well, 2 games out of the year, every year, and you still have a fucking job? Listen, I'm a man in this world just trying to live my dream. And obviously, Matt Eberflus's dream, I can't speak on what his dreams are. His nightmares is winning football games, but his dreams I couldn't speak on. But as a man, I would never wish any ill will on another man who's just trying to live his dream. But my dream is to see the Chicago Bears win a Super Bowl. And he's bursting my fucking bubble before week 10. I like you gotta be competent, dog. You gotta be good at something. Great defensive coordinator. That's it. That's it. It's all you do. It's all you do. And even then, there's moments when the game is on the line, you choke up. You shit the bed. It's just what it is. If Matt Eberflus was a performance, he'd be Shohei Ohtani in the World Series. 2 for 17. Mike Hughes, you did it again. No, but for real, like, what are we doing? I'm reading some of the comments as well, so if my face is going in and out, I do apologize. What players, that's a good question. What players don't you want on this team? Number 1, Nate Davis. I know he hasn't been relevant lately, but his contract is relevant. Get the fuck out of here. Number 2. Who's pissing me off lately? Nate Davis again. Twice. Just cuz. After Nate Davis, I don't really know. Who do I not want on this team? Nate Davis, Coleman Shelton, Ryan Bates, Matt Pryor. Pretty much, if you're on the offensive line, I need you to step to your left. And if your name is Darnell Wright and Tevin Jenkins, I need you to step to the right. Okay, cool. Now you guys are on the right. You guys are on the left. Everybody on the left, get the fuck out of here. Everybody on the right, see you tomorrow at practice. That's really how that goes. Defensively, I'm pretty cool with everybody defensively, I would say. I don't think there's anybody on the defense that really pisses me off. Offensively, I don't think there's really anybody on the offense either. I really just think it's the offensive line. I would say Velus Jones, but Velus is gone. Yeah. Keenan Allen for sure hasn't been great. I could definitely agree with some of the, some of the comments in the chat right now. Yeah, Keenan hasn't been great whatsoever, but it's also like, here's the thing. Keenan Allen is such a great deep ball threat, and he's just not running deep routes. And just not. He's not. And 1, Caleb doesn't even have enough time to get him the ball. And 2, he just not calling plays for that. We don't throw the ball more than 20 yards in the game. And when we do, if we're going to be completely honest, Caleb isn't insanely accurate with the deep ball. We haven't really seen him be consistent yet. Even the ball to Rome today, the 70-yard gain, I don't think that was the greatest ball in the world. You know what I mean? So and he was wide open. So, it's interesting. We need Ben Johnson. We need Ben Johnson, and unfortunately, the reality is there's rumors that Ben Johnson really wanted to be a Chicago Bear. And that's the most frustrating part is when I remember Bruce Arians wanted the head coaching job for the Bears. I remember hearing Ben Johnson and Jim Harbaugh might want the job with the Chicago Bears. And time again, you're looking at Mark Trestman or Matt Nagy and Matt Eberflus, and it's just like, fuck, man. I don't know. You know what I like about this stuff, though? If you know me, if you follow the pod, or you just know me personally, I never stop talking. I talk a mile a minute. I think the gift of gab, that's what I was born to do. The Chicago Bears are the first to ever get me to shut the fuck up. And not for a good reason either. I'm always talking. The Bears make me sit in silence and think about my life for hours every year. Like, you gotta be a special kind of toxic to do that to someone. Like, dude, I don't know. I don't know anymore. I just don't know. You know? You know what I mean? Like, here's the thing. This is a therapy session episode. So, like, we just get to hang out. You know? And I love these episodes because, like, you really just, like, go off of how you feel. It's a therapy session. This is a therapy session. You guys are with me. We're in therapy together. Yeah. I don't know. Because, like, why? Like, I could go on this huge rant right now. And like we can get into it and I'll be like, they should fire him. I've been saying it from day one. I wanted Brian Dable. I could say all that. But like you could just go tune into last week's episode and the week before that and the week before that. You can go to an episode from exactly 365 days ago and I was saying the same thing. Here's what blows my mind. Let's take a look. The Chicago Bears, let's have a ball here. Let's do some digging. So shout out to my boy Adam Saleh, one of my good friends, man. I mean, I love this kid. Hits me up last year, Christmas Eve. The Chicago Bears are playing against the Arizona Cardinals. The same Arizona Cardinals we played today. There was not much different, neither to the offensive line nor to the play calling. The Arizona Cardinals against the Chicago Bears and Caleb Williams dog walked us 29-9. Marvin Harrison Jr. only had 34 yards in this whole game and 2 receptions. Kyler Murray threw 0 touchdowns. James Conner had 0 touchdowns. And we got dog walked after the greatest offseason in NFL history, bringing in Caleb Williams, Keenan Allen, Rome Odunze, and we got dog walked. Last year, with Justin Fields and Luke Getsy, the Chicago Bears beat the Arizona Cardinals 27-16 on Christmas Eve. Justin Fields, 15 for 27, 170 passing yards, 1 passing touchdown, and a pick. 97 rushing yards and a rushing touchdown for Justin Fields as well. Like, you can't tell me a year ago in a much worse situation, we're busting their ass, and a year later, with an upgrade at almost every position, we're worse. Like, what do you mean? And yes, I hear you. The Cardinals did upgrade. They upgrade at several places. But my point that I'm making, Marvin Harrison Jr. was not a factor in this game. Not at all. You know what I mean? Their defense, as solid as they weren't like killing us. Caleb still wasn't turning the ball over. Like, we really just got on the field and ran around for 60 minutes. Like, that's, like, be real. Be so real. Y'all should have drafted CJ. I don't think so, because it's like, for what? If we drafted CJ, we'd have no DJ Moore. We might have Keenan Allen, but at that point, it's like, you know what I mean? Keenan Allen's your wide receiver 1. Who knows what would have happened with Rome? Like, would Rome have fell to us? Would he have not? Do you have Marvin Harrison Jr. and CJ Stroud? Maybe. Maybe we're one of the worst teams in the league and we get Marvin. That'd be crazy. OSU connection. But it's not even about that. It's not even about that. It's really not. Roshan Johnson is better than Swift. Brother, if you would have told me that week 1, I would have agreed. But DeAndre Swift really showed me something over the last few weeks, and I am proud. I am very proud of him. But yeah, I don't know how. I don't know how on God's green earth we beat the Arizona Cardinals on Christmas Eve last year with Justin Fields and Luke Getsy. And we lose to that same Cardinals team a year later when we upgraded at fucking every offensive position. That's what it is. That's what it is. Like I have no words. I have no words. It's a nice little therapy session though. I definitely needed it. So I do appreciate everybody, man. I appreciate everybody tuning in. We'll stay on the TikTok for a little bit, but we're about to get out of here on the Facebook. So if you tuned in, make sure you hit that follow button if you haven't already. If you're watching this live right now, hit the follow button. What are you doing? Why are we dicking around? Like, I love you. I hope you love me. We could just enjoy it, bro. Like we could just have a great time. We can cry together. So fucking do it. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm fucking saying. But yeah. Tomorrow morning, I'll wake up, look outside, ponder life. Then I'll look at my phone, and Matt Nagy will still have a job. Sorry. Same thing. Different motherfucker. I'll look at my phone, and Matt Eberflus will still have a job. And I'll hate my life for the next 6 days up until Saturday night, when for 2 seconds I'll think maybe we have a chance at winning this football game. Just like I do every Saturday night. Every Saturday night I'm like, you know what? Bears got it. We're going to win. Winners win. That's what we do. Adversity. Discipline. Here we are. And then 24 hours later, I'll be here sitting with you. And, yeah. Questioning my life again. So again, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for listening. This is the Shy Kid Podcast brought to you by iHeartRadio's very own Give Us a Shot Network. So give us a like, give us a follow if you haven't already. If you want to hear me cry and bitch and moan about the Chicago Bears every single day and every single year of the rest of your life, don't worry. As God willing, I'll be here. God willing. Because we know one thing. The man in the chair might change, but the team on the TV will forever be the same. Ain't shit ever going to fucking change in this organization. So with that being said, I'll check you guys out later. Until the next one, da Bears.
Give them a shot to do what?